Okay, balik po tayo. So itong ating mga tinatanong dito kay ni Rene Sagisag, former senador ng ating bayan, na nahalal sa napakaliit na halagang 6 na milyong piso. Yung naalala niyo kampanya niya, piso para kay Rene.
I did not spend a single centavo of my own. Dinala ng sambayanan, and that was another reason why I can never ever give up on our people. They could be grateful for whatever little things we were able to do. Nung ako'y kumampanya, walang datong. Nagbigay si Tony Gonzales, boss ni Ma'am Dulce, ng 1 million na seed money. End of the campaign, we were able to return it intact dahil ang tao ang gumastos. Eh ngayon tila pag walang 100 o a billion, wala raw.
If you're gonna run for president, talagang sinasabi nila dito, this is also why the victory of President Duterte is so unusual. Because he didn't have the 5 billion needed to run for president. Not even close. But whether you believe it or not is of course another story, no? But basically, sa aking tingin dito, what you did is hinuli mo ang puso ng tao eh.
Nakiliti.
Nakiliti, yun ang sinasabi nila. Nakiliti. Pero ikaw, ganun din ang ginawa mo. And so the people responded. And so, there is sometimes, kasi parang dalawa tayo dito sa Pilipinas eh. Sometimes we feel hopeful, the other times we feel hopeless. And the chasm is great between the hopeful and the hopeless. Di mo mula sa kapapanig, sa kapupunta. O ito, tanong dito, 0927-787-64549. Robert Idiata, Mindanao. Your guest and I were victims of wrong information and controlled biased media. Alam mo, that's only coming out now with what's being revealed in the States.
Ano kaya ang ibig sabihin?
Media here has always been serving other interests rather than the professional interests that they're supposed to serve. To serve the news unbiased, sinasabi niya, puro misinformation ang lumalabas and bought headlines and stories.
Well, pinipintasan na wala namang nasentensyahan. But,
wala kasing ginagawa naman against that eh.
No, but when I was young, government was able to pay people above the level of temptation and corruption. Pero
is there such a level? Alam mo, people
yan ang secret ng Singapore eh. You are paid well, government and the private sector competes for the best and the brightest. Good pay, health care, pension plan. The Filipino is no less honest than the next nationality. Kaya pag dinala mo sa ibang kultura, matino eh. Dahil okay ang sweldo, meron pang pension, may health care pa. Pero dito, ako'y pulis. 1 year, nose clean. The following year,
kasama na ako.
May operang kailangan si Mrs. Tapos hindi makapasok ang anak. Matutokso ko where I could turn down a drug trafficker or a logging bribery offer. Pag next time, baka...
Well, I accept that. But I have to say, this, Kuya Rene, I have to say that poverty has been with us for such a long time and it is so endemic. And that the top A and B groups have been living off the fat of the land for so long.
Nung ako bata, nung ako maging young lawyer, 4 pesos ang minimum wage, no? And it was enough.
Nakakayan sabihin tuloy na magkalapit ang edad natin kasi nung unsap muna ako nagtrabaho, 4 na piso rin ang sweldo eh.
Hindi, ikaw mga 50 ka lang yata eh. Ako 77 eh. Ikaw mukhang makamandag pa eh. Anyway, yun talagang matino dahil even the judges halimbawa sa Manila, CFI, lahat talagang ang chismis involved only one. In other words, talagang kung hindi natin i-improvein itong working conditions, ang hirap maghusga dahil you and I can be sure of our next meal. Pero yung poor employee, baka worried na worried, paano yung sakit ng anak ko? So pag naalo ka ng under the table, hindi ako maghuhusga na masamang tao siya. Survival is the first law of mankind.
All right. It's like the time when I talked to a policeman. Kung doble, triplehin yung sweldo mo ba, hindi ka natatanggap at magtutuwid ka na. Sagot sa akin, sir naman, hindi nyo kami naiintindihan. Kasi sabi niya, 3 pamilya ko ngayon.
Yan ang problema.
Anong gusto mong gawin ko? Iwanan ko yung 2, hindi ko pa kainin at lahat. Maski na triplehin yung sweldo, kulang.
Who is leading the nation now? Digong. Ito yung ilan ng partner o kulasisi. I mean, tapos sabihin kayo, 3 children lang, ha? Anak ng yun nga, 3 ng asawa. Dapat 1 wife lang.
Kanya lang, nag-umpisa pa yan ng panahon ni Erap.
Well, even before...
before him, meron pang madami.
At sa iba pang bansa, ang daming presidente chickboy. I mean, Kennedy, Nixon, Clinton, puro...
Even Kennedy.
Si Kennedy, medyo ano rin yan, naghasik din ang lagim yan dahil baka mandag din yan. In other words, parang requirement yata. Begin with Quezon, Marcos.
Maski na si Quezon.
Yun nga.
Anong gagawin natin?
Aba, edi sundin ng batas.
Alam mo, madaling sabihin, sundin mo ang batas. Paano ba? The question is, this is always the problem. We see that a lot of people need to be reformed. And we see that the path to reform is the willingness to accept a new way of life that is honoring to themselves and to their families and to the nation. But how do you get them to do so?
Well,
you can preach till you're blue in the face.
Halimbawa, itong death penalty, the reason we're against it, it is basically anti-poor. That's why I resisted 1987 to 92. Yung mga dapat bitayin, sila ang gumagawa ng batas Pero,
sinama na yung plunder ngayon dun sa death penalty.
yung plunder akala ko nung wala akong papel doon sa impeachment. Pero yung akala kong demanda kay Erap nung una, philandering. Yung pala plundering. Kasi kung philandering, sino sa mga top leaders natin ng safe?
Who is without fault? Cast the first stone.
Yun ang nasa Biblia. Pero expectation, pag nasa position of power ka, you try to live. Itong Pangulo natin, mura ng mura. Paano natin matuturuan itong mga anak at apo natin to be respectful, magalang? Yun ang naturalesa natin Hindi pwede sabihin, ako'y probinsyano, kaya ganun na yung guwahe ko. Pinakamagalang yung mga probinsyano sa pagkaalam ko
Tanong nga dito yan 0916-461-7106. Tama si Presidente Digong. EDSA manifests heroism from ordinary people. Kasi talagang ang tao ang nagdala kung bakit naging successful ito. Okay, the question here is how do we go from a singular act of heroism to the kind of heroism that we can use on a daily basis?
Well, yun nga, talagang...
If we cannot find the answer to that, Kuya Rene, we are in deep, deep trouble.
Yun nga, kung ang isang basic problem natin, corruption nga, yun ang ina-advise ko, pag-aralan, dahil ang ginagawa ni Digong, punta sa sundalo, taas ang sweldo, yung mga pulis. Paano naman yung mga teachers, yung mga kamineros, mga ganon. Kaya yan, hindi natin magagawa overnight. Yung judges na improve na significantly ang working conditions. No, dahil
Yeah, but is the corruption in the judicial system
it's
any
a
better?
beginning. I think yung mga younger metropolitan municipal court judges, they're idealistic to me. And since they are paid well, I hope that we can bring back yung alam mo, pag yung mga, yung Orosa halimbawa, respetado yan eh. Ibalik natin yung panahon ng mga Orosa at mga Roberto Concepcion. And that's not impossible. I mean, we can never cease to dream.
No, I guess so. The question here is the character of the Filipino. It is so broken up because of poor upbringing, poor teaching, so much conditional loving and all that, that we end up with young kids with a broken identity. Napoproblema sila because of the way we deal with them as parents. O, pag hindi ka tumahimik dyan, you get this kind of punishment. O, pag hindi ka nagdala ng magandang grades, ay bababa ang allowance mo. In other words, the punitive kind of dealing of parents and children needs an awful lot of correction. Ang nakikita ko sila madalas dito, and I was just talking to some friends of mine over lunch, Kuya, was this. When we punish our children or try to correct their behavior, pero ang kasama doon is a rejective form of dealing, the only thing the child hears is the rejection, not the lesson. And so what happens? It breaks their identity. They become insecure, they become fearful, they become, in the end, in the perversion of this, they become manipulative even of their parents. So dito natin makikita na itong problema ng Filipino character being so, this is an oversimplification what I am telling you. But a lot of the good things can be brought with bringing up children the right way.
Well, I think hindi naman lahat ng pamilya ganyan na.
No, of course, it's never all the families.
Yes, in other words, yung marami pa rin magulang talagang mahal and positive ang upbringing. Pero yung pinaparusahan unfairly, to me, siguro exception rather than the rule.
Maybe that is where you and I differ a little bit, because having pastored before, I got to be very familiar with the problem both of the parents as well as the children. And I saw there an awful lot na we have such an inbuilt desire to see our kids excel and be the best here and there, that sometimes we put so much pressure on them to perform. And that ngayon, nauuwi yan, o sige, bigyan ka ng mas mataas na allowance. Pag magandang grado mo, tataas kong allowance mo. Well, I mean, I think it's kind of common for a lot of Filipinos.
Nakikita ko ngayon, and that's why I'm so grateful to my parents. They just left us alone to find our star, etc.
We build such expectations on top of our children that they are always expected to perform higher and higher and higher, and they cannot.
When will they ever enjoy life? Yung mga bata, hindi dapat pinapressure gano eh.
Well, from
Enough
0927
guidance. So.
7261845. Lani, Marawi City. President Magsaysay is the best president in the Philippines. Very humble president. Well, thank you for the thought. I kind of think he's one of the better examples or one of the best examples of integrity in public office. Naalala mo, pagka nag-aaway sila doon, it's just a question of, can we defend this in Plaza Miranda?
99%. Talagang kung ano yung hindi matatanggap ng tao.
Hindi gagawin.
Yeah.
All right, we have to pause again for a few reminders. We'll be right back in a few moments.